everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading on the person on your mind. Okay, so the person that you are connected to, whether you're currently in a connection with them or not. Okay, we are going to be doing sort of an oracle card special today. I do have a couple of new decks that I am really enjoying, and they are sort of love related decks. So I do have 3 oracle decks with me. Firstly, I do have the Hidden Truth Oracle, which, as anyone that does watch my videos will know, we have been using that one for a while. I do have this new deck that I use for the weekly readings, the True Love Oracle. Okay, and then I do have another brand new deck, and this is the When Two Hearts Meet, Soul Connections Love Oracle Cards deck. Okay, so it's Soul Connections, When Two Hearts Meet, Love Oracle Cards by Asha Rogers Webb and Karen Webb. Okay, so that is a brand new deck. But as always, I will be taking timestamps as we go. But yes, the person on your mind and the truth of this connection is what we're looking at today. Okay, so I did advise everybody in my last reading. I do have quite a lot going on in the next few weeks, so I will be dropping the third all signs reading over the weekends. Give myself a bit of extra time to get some stuff sorted out, and there may be some slight delays with my ability to upload videos in the next few weeks as well. So just wanted to let everybody sort of know, if you do sort of notice videos are running later than my normal schedule, that there is a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that I'm sort of needing to spend a lot of time, outside of being able to film and whatnot as well. Okay, but yeah, starting today with Aries. Okay, how are we today, Aries? Just looking today at the person on your mind and the truth of this connection. So we're going to start with the True Love Oracle. Person on Aries' mind, what's the truth of this connection with Aries and the person on their mind, please? Okay, so we do have chivalry coming out for you, firstly, there, Aries. So, the chivalry card, it really does remind me of the rider in the lenormand. So, a lot of the time I do sort of see this as, somebody coming forward, with wanting to, give to you in a romantic kind of way. We do see this person here. They do not only have the horse, which is probably why it reminds me of that rider energy, but they are carrying a bunch of flowers as well. So definitely, wanting to sort of give to you, and it's kind of that courting you energy, really wanting to sort of court you and whatnot. So a lot of chivalry, and I do feel that one does kind of go both ways as well. They may be wanting you to be a little bit more chivalrous towards them. Those sorts of things, like set dates and date nights and those sorts of things can be quite important when it comes to that sort of stuff. Even just the little things like, going out of your way to do something small for somebody, to spend time with somebody, give them a small gift that that is something that they would really love, all those sorts of things. We do also have the love card coming out for you, so there's definitely a lot of love in this connection. We do see the planets and the stars all around this love here as well, so it really does talk about this being an innermost heart desire. This connection, it definitely has a lot of desire for love to be in this connection, and a big strong part of this connection. Okay, so we'll have a look with the Soul's Connection cards. Person on Aries' mind, what's the truth of this connection for Aries and the person on their mind, please? Okay, so we do have the 111 card or 1111, I should say. So I'm saying 111, so maybe 111 as well. But 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. Okay, so 1111 may actually be a very strong, connection between you and this person. You may be seeing 1111 and noticing when you're seeing that. They may be seeing that, those numbers and synchronicities quite strong, and we do hear the reference here to twin flame connection as well. We do also have remarkable. Okay, notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Okay, so this is really talking about looking at this connection and really taking notice of the things that that you have with this person, the things that this person displays that you may not have seen in other connections with others. Things that belong to just you and this person. The way that this person shows love towards you, the way that you feel when you're around this person. There's something really remarkable about this connection that I'm feeling for a lot of you. There may be something where you've never experienced that before, and all of a sudden here it is with that person. We do also have admire, so admiration as well. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. So I do feel as though, some of these admirations are the fact that this person is remarkable. Maybe they're feeling that way about you as well, Aries, that, there's some stuff, that, like I said, you may never have seen in anyone else that this person does display, and you really admire certain qualities that they have. Pardon me, Aries. The weather has changed again. It's been hot all week and now it's colder. So once again, it sets off your allergies. Lots of fun. Okay, Aries. Person on Aries' mind. What's the truth of this connection, please? I knew exactly what I was doing, Aries. And finding out the truth crushed me. Okay, so there's some sort of truth there that has really sort of led to a lot of hurt on one side or the other, possibly both. I feel as though that's why we're seeing this remarkable and admiration energy coming through, because there's this element of someone knew exactly what they were doing, and I feel like the other party, finding out the truth of somebody's behaviors sort of crushed them, or finding out the truth did leave them feeling very, very hurt. So rather than looking at the hurt aspects within the connection, looking at the remarkable and admirable aspects of this connection, so very interesting. A lot of truth there to be had for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, your moon sign, of course, and potentially your Venus sign as well. But for now, we will move on over to our Taurus. How are we today, Taurus? Just looking today at the person on your mind. Person on Taurus's mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? Had one of these cards for Aries. So some of you may have strong Aries. Your person may be in Aries, or you're maybe on the cusp of Aries as well. We do have chivalry coming out. So this is really, bringing in that positive, loving type behaviors, even just those little small things that can make somebody, feel as though you are going out of your way to make them happy. Okay, so it does remind me quite a lot of the rider energy from the Lenormand. So it usually does talk about, someone trying to, show you, trying to bring good news to you, make you feel good, and really wanting to have that be a part of this connection. Okay. It may also be that they want you to be a little bit more chivalrous towards them as well. We also do have luminosity. Okay, so I do feel that, whether this is you or your person, that there's a lot of light in this connection. Okay, so the truth of the connection being luminosity, and you're both sort of shining brightly. And I feel I'm just intuitively feeling that when you're together, it's like, the darkness could not put you guys out. That the brightness coming from this connection is huge. It's like you're both the light in each other's darkness, and help each other through a lot of dark times, and really shine so brightly in each other's eyes. It really is a lovely energy, that one. But I'll have a look with the Soul Connections Oracle. Okay, Taurus. Person on Taurus's mind. What's the truth of this connection? Person on Taurus's mind. Firstly, we do have guilt, Taurus. So don't let guilt get in the way of your happiness, okay? So I feel like this might be you, Taurus, holding on to some guilt from, past connections that are still affecting you, and maybe, dulling that light just a little bit within this connection. So don't allow that to get in the way of your happiness, okay? We also have signs. That does say, watch out for the signs leading you to true love. Beautiful. So you may be seeing some signs and synchronicities around you when it comes to this connection. Taurus, person on Taurus's mind. What's the truth of this connection, please? Here's the guilt coming on out again. I regret lying to you. So someone having a bit of guilt about something that they may have, not been fully honest and open about in the past. There may have been an outright lie, from one or the other of you. Feel a lot of guilt in regret about that, and they do, feel as though that was something that they should not have done. I think they've kind of learnt their lesson, because we do see, I am becoming a better person. All right. So it does feel as though this person has learnt their lesson, and they are sort of aware now that they need to, be better than that in this connection. And, whoever's holding on to that guilt, not allowing that to get in the way of the connection and dull the light of the connection, because, with that luminosity card, it is a very strong, happy connection. Well, it has the potential to be anyway. Okay, more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. We'll move on to Gemini. How are we today, Gemini? Just looking at the person on your mind, and what's the truth of this connection for Gemini and the person on their mind? Abundance, Gemini. There we go. So one of you may be quite wealthy, or you're both wealthy together. That definitely can talk about financial wealth with the abundance card. We do see sort of like a cave full of jewels and treasures. So, wealth is always a lot more than just money as well. So there's a lot of abundance and wealth to be had within this connection, regardless of whether it's financial or otherwise. There is definitely an abundance. I'm feeling it's like the jewels and gold, and every time you sort of look at this person, it feels like, wow, like I've really stumbled across the greatest treasure in the world. And they may be feeling like that towards you as well, because we do also have yin and yang. So perfect balance coming through there with the yin and yang card, you guys balancing each other out quite a lot. So I do find a lot of the time with the yin and yang energy that you probably do mirror each other quite strongly, but in slightly different ways, because one of you may be balanced more in the feminine, and the other may be balanced more in the masculine, and so then the same feelings can evoke different behaviors in different people. So I do feel as though you are mirroring each other quite a lot. But even if you can't see it, it's kind of looking to the underneath of actions and things like that, and realizing that, hang on, this person is acting the exact same way that I am. They just display it in such a different way. So you're kind of perfectly balancing each other out, with behaviors and actions and words and whatnot as well. So very interesting. I am strongly getting some sort of mirroring coming through from that. Okay. Gemini, What's the truth of this connection for Gemini and the person on their mind? Okay, we have signs coming through. So watch out for signs leading you to true love. Okay, so definitely a lot of love to be had there in this one. And we also have Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid's around. Okay, so I do feel for a lot of you, this may be a newish connection. We do sort of feel as though, especially with the Cupid card there, the arrow may have only just sort of struck. I am just getting that sense that it is relatively new for a lot of you there, Gemini, but, we are sort of leading towards true love and a lot of yin-yang balance and abundance together. So, what could go wrong? Well, don't answer me. Okay, Gemini, the person on Gemini's mind, what is the truth of this connection, please? Now I've said that, just wait. We'll hear some past stuff come out, I bet. Yes. Yes, of course. We need to let each other go, as well as you were the best thing in my life. So one or the other of you is still holding on to a past connection and struggling to let that go completely. They were sort of feeling that this past person was the best thing in their life. They were under that, guys. I'm not feeling that that's necessarily so current. Like I sort of say that. The Cupid's in the air, so the arrow's only just sort of struck, and it's making this person start to question whether they are actually, whether that past connection was actually as strong as they thought it was. They thought that was the best thing in their life, but now they've met you, Gemini, and now we're starting to question that and sort of making them think a little bit more about that past connection and the fact that they have sort of still got some sort of a tie to that past connection. So whether that's you or the other person, there is still just a little bit of a still just struggling to let go completely of a past connection. But I do just sort of intuitively feel as though you are what's making them question and realize that's what's going on, and that they weren't really as over it as they thought, and now they're sort of questioning the full extent of that past connection, because they're like, hang on, this is totally different with Gemini, and I think I might be falling for Gemini, but why have I struggled letting go of this past, and why did I think that was the best thing in my life? When it feels like that swap over period where they're realizing that, hang on, that may have been the best thing in my life then, but I can have new things in my life that are better, is the vibe I'm getting there, Gemini. Very interesting. But more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to our Cancers. How are we today, Cancer? Just looking at the person on your mind. What is the truth of this connection for Cancer and the person on their mind? Forgiveness, Cancer. This particular card does have an affirmation on here that it says, I forgive myself, I am forgiven. Okay, so there may be something that you yourself, Cancer, are needing to forgive yourself over. You may be needing to accept or offer forgiveness to the person in that is on your mind in this connection. There's something about forgiveness needing to occur between the two of you. Okay, we also do have boundaries. All right, so there, not only is there the need to have forgiveness or give forgiveness within this connection, but there is the need for one or the other of you to, have boundaries between the two of you. I am just getting that inkling of a connection where it's like someone started to, lose themselves a little bit, and they lost their boundaries because they so, they were so under the passion of what was going on with this connection, but obviously something needing to be forgiven. So it does lead me to believe that this is, a longer standing connection. But we'll have a look. Something's happened, or it's been a bit of a, longer standing connection for you, Cancer. But we'll have a look with the soul connection. Person on Cancer's mind, what is the truth of this connection, please? Wow, nearly everyone's getting this second card. Firstly, we do have the confusion card, Cancer. So, this is probably where we're seeing the boundaries and the forgiveness becoming quite relevant. All seekers of truth experience confusion. Ask the divine to provide the answers you need. So yeah, the need to forgive, and the boundaries. I feel that's, like I said, it was kind of somebody lost themselves a little bit, and it's created a bit of confusion within the connection as to, maybe their boundaries. Maybe someone's put up some boundaries quite strongly, and it's left the other person kind of questioning, hang on, does this person even like me? Like, a bit confused as to, are they putting up boundaries for their own protection, or are they putting up boundaries because they want to keep me away? It kind of feels like that. We are also seeing the signs card. Now, nearly everyone's had this card already, and we're only on to the fourth sign. So I think, Taurus and Gemini both had this as well. So it does say, watch out for signs leading you to true love. So signs and synchronicities may be very important with this connection. So it's things like, seeing things just randomly that remind you of that person, hearing their name, as you're walking past a group of random people, you hear their name being said. All those sorts of signs can be leading you to that person. Okay. Cancer, what's the truth of the connection with the person on Cancer's mind, please? Yeah, so we do have here, I know I messed up everything. So going back to that forgiveness, okay, someone knows they messed up. All right, they do know they messed up. They're asking for your forgiveness, or if it's you that messed up, then you're asking for their forgiveness, definitely. But we also do have, I love you unconditionally. Okay, so definitely a lot of love there, and with that signs energy, it does say signs leading you to true love. Okay, so definitely a lot of love potential in the connection. It's just a matter of whether we can resolve any issues from the past, and understand someone's boundaries, whether those boundaries are in place to protect the person's emotions, or if I don't feel as though they're trying to push you away. I don't feel as though that's what that boundary is. I feel it's more someone who's experienced past hurt, and they're trying to create boundaries to protect themselves from future hurt. So keep it in mind there, Cancer, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to Leo. How are we, Leo? Just looking at the person on your mind, Leo. What is the truth of this connection for Leo and the person on their mind? Sexuality, Leo. There you go. What a bright, vibrant card that one is, isn't it gorgeous? These cards are so beautiful. They look even better in person than the camera can even pick them up. They are very vibrant and lovely. They do remind me very much of the Lisa Frank art, but the sexuality. So I do feel that for some of you, Leo, this is talking about someone who's having issues with their sexuality, and whether you are in a same sex, opposite sex, or whatever sort of connection you're in there. Somebody may just be struggling with their sexuality a little bit, and not sure if that's exactly 100% right for them. Okay, I'm just getting that vibe that I am getting that vibe of it's just sort of coming to me, that sort of vibe of somebody who may be like bisexual or pansexual, and they're not exactly sure who they want to date, whether they want to date men, women, or other at the moment. It's kind of that. attracted to multiple sexes, but not sure which ones they actually want to express themselves with. It's very interesting. It's very interesting because, I myself am, technically I think pansexual, but I've always just said bisexual because, but that's easier for a lot of people to just understand, I suppose. But so I do identify as on the spectrum with sexuality, and sometimes I do feel like I want to date women more than I want to date men, and other times I feel as though I don't care the person's gender that I'm dating, and then other times I do sort of feel as though I want to date more masculine people, and then there's even other times where I'll date very feminine masculines, or very masculine feminines, so it's a spectrum, but it grows and changes as you grow and change as well. So I just am just intuitively kind of feeling that this is not actually talking about actual you know sexual intimacy. This is more talking about somebody who's just sort of maybe pondering whether they want to explore something different, or whether they want to bring something else into a current connection, like it's some sort of other element. It's got something to do with genders and gender sexuality type stuff. Okay, I know that's a very heavy sort of topic, and a very deep topic with a very broad spectrum of interests, but there's just something about that. It's like I do feel as though that is in regard to wanting to explore some other option, or try something new, or bring something in to the connection, that may be a little bit relating to that somehow. Okay, but we are also seeing manifestation as well. I'm also feeling that for maybe one of you, there is somebody who is questioning their own gender, and that may be what it is for one or two of you as well. Okay, and just questioning whether they are fully a certain gender or not, or trying to work out what they identify with the most. Someone who's still just finding themselves. It's not a bad thing at all. To be able to express your sexuality fully, you need to obviously understand it. And I am getting that vibe from that's maybe the other person in this connection is just still trying to grow and understand themselves a little bit more on what they want and what they feel for themselves. All right, but manifestation as well. Okay, so if you want it, you can get it. Pretty straightforward. If you manifestation being very important. Somebody may be trying to manifest you. You may be trying to manifest somebody else. Manifestation. Maybe both trying to manifest each other within this connection as well. But we'll have a look with the Soul Connections cards. Okay, Leo and the person on their mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? There. That's what it is for another couple of you. With that sexuality card, that's what it is for another couple of you. We do have the attraction card coming out. So for another few of you there, that sexuality thing is all about you are somebody that they didn't think that they would be attracted to because of their sexuality, whereas they're really attracted to you, and it surprises them. Okay, because it's that kind of vibe where somebody who thought that they were a straight female, for example, and they thought that they only were interested in cis men, and then all of a sudden they're meeting you, who potentially is a woman, and they're going, I'm really attracted to you. What's this connection all about? Like, I want to explore this. So for some of you, that may be what is going on. I'm just using examples there to sort of explain what I'm talking about, but that's what I feel for a couple of you that might be the case as well. But yeah, attraction. So that does say divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. Okay, so that's that superficiality is their initial belief, and now they're growing to understand their sexuality and their sexual attractions a little bit more. Okay. We also do have heart coming through. You begin to feel your heartbeat closer. You begin to feel your heartbeat faster when you are close. So you may be getting some sort of physical symptoms, like every time you're near this person, and every time you're thinking about your attraction to this person, there may be some physical symptoms, and you feel like your heart's beating faster, and all of a sudden, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. This person is so amazing. Keep on manifesting. Manifest no heart attacks from that as well, Leo. Leo and this person on their mind. Okay? You've had some flippy ones today, Leo. I wonder if you are happy without me, as well as I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So yeah, this for some of you, this may be a person you're not currently connected to. This may be a past person that, once again, it's coming back to the spiritual lesson, coming back to them growing as someone understanding their own sexuality. They're grateful for meeting you and having that attraction with you, having that heart with you, because it makes them really question themselves and grow and learn more about themselves, spiritually, sexuality wise, all that sort of stuff. So for some of you, this is a past energy that you have on your mind. But, for others of you, that just sort of talks about, they do sort of think about you even when you're not, because even though it is sort of that, it does lead you to believe it's a past tense with that, I wonder if you are happy without me. That can also just be, I'm in the other room, and I wonder if how can they deal without having me, by their side 24/7. It just kind of makes you sort of think of those sorts of things too. So it definitely could be a current connection as well. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson, but they are very aware that they are growing as a person due to having you in their life, Leo. But yeah, that's what we have for you, Leo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, I'll just grab a quick drink and then we'll move on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo, how are we today? Just looking at the person on your mind, Virgo. What is the truth of the connection for Virgo and the person on their mind, please? Firstly, we do have self-respect. Okay, so there's an element there where, I'm feeling that one of you within this connection may sort of had that whole thing where you've kind of lost yourself and lost touch with yourself, and there may be an element of they've even lost a little bit of respect for themselves for something, and they're sort of really sort of struggling with that at the moment. I don't necessarily feel as though that is directly in regard to you or this connection, but it is affecting this connection. Okay, so someone is just having issues with their self-respect, and they're it leads me to believe too that this person is struggling to create boundaries. So it's kind of that vibe of somebody who just says yes all the time, and they really struggle to be able to say no, I don't want that, and standing up for themselves within the connection. So just be aware of that. If that's you, having a bit more respect for yourself, and learning to be able to do those things. Say no when you need to. Say yes when you need to. Not feeling pressured to just do everything that your person wants to do all the time. But obviously, if that's the other way around, to take that on board, that this person may really struggle saying no to you. All right, because we do see here compatibility as well. So definitely a strong compatibility between the two of you. There is, it just feels as though it's that sort of instant connection where this person just fits into your life seamlessly. But keeping in mind that may also have to do with that, someone struggling to say no, okay, because if someone is struggling to say no and really stand up for themselves and what they want and what they want to do and what they want to be, you know, compatibility sometimes can seem like it's stronger than it actually is, because this person wants to please you and they want to, you know, do whatever you want to do. And so it does, like, it makes you think that, oh look, it's so great, they're interested in all the things that I'm interested in. But it's not necessarily that they're interested in all the things that you're interested in. It's that they're interested in you and pleasing you. And if you want to do it, they want to do it. If you're doing it, they'll do it. And so, you know, just keeping that in mind, because, you know, when we do have issues with self-respect, this person may not only struggle with saying no, but they may also struggle with actually letting it be known, like, I don't actually like doing that. I don't really want to do that. I would rather go and do this instead. You know, just little things too, because it could be like, you know, what do you want for dinner? Spaghetti. And they secretly don't really like spaghetti very much, and they are so sick of spaghetti. They want pizza. And you're like, oh, well, I want spaghetti. And so they're like, okay, we'll have spaghetti. And deep down, they're kind of like, spaghetti again? I wanted pizza. They just have trouble expressing that. Okay. That's what I'm getting from that anyway, Virgo. But we'll see what the soul connection cards want to add. Virgo and the person on Virgo's mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? Oh, beautiful. Bond. Leo. Sorry, not Leo. Virgo. I was just looking at it written there, Virgo. Bond. A love bond grows stronger over time. Okay. And I see in a lot of other readers' comments all the time, if a reader does, you know, mess up and say the wrong sign, you know, it's a common thing, okay? Like, there's 12 signs. I was just talking to Leo a moment ago, so I definitely am reading for Virgo right now. It was just a slip of the tongue. So please, if you do see readers doing that, please don't hassle them about that, because that is you know, it's a very easy mistake to make. If you've been, you know, it's like when a parent calls their kid by the wrong name. You're so used to calling out Bobby, 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 and then when the other kid does something and you go, oh, Sue, and you call them Bobby instead of Sue. You know, so it's an easy thing to do, and it's just you know, one of those things that I have seen on, like, nobody has said anything on any of my videos, which you know, I super appreciate all the love and support I have gotten with my comments, guys. I do really appreciate it. I just wanted to sort of bring it up because it does seem to be a common issue for readers on YouTube, and you know, it kind of upsets me when I see people really questioning readers when they do just, you know, have an obvious slip of the tongue. Okay, so, you know, we're all human. We can't be perfect, okay? Even though I'm Capricorn, we're pretty close, right? Jokes. Okay, Virgo. True love. True love comes when you least expect it. So, you know, forming this bond with this connection, this strong bond that you've got here, leading you to true love. It's definitely a beautiful connection you've got here. All right, Virgo. Truth of the connection for Virgo and the person on their mind, please. I will wait for a sign from you. So yeah, it definitely does feel like this person is, you know, struggling with, you know, standing up for themselves and their own things. They're kind of waiting on you to take the lead with a lot of things. I feel, you know, obviously it could be vice versa depending on your situation, but yeah, it really does feel as though they sort of wait on your lead, you know, and wait on a sign from you to know how to react or act or what we're doing that day or all those sorts of things. I feel you, even though we are apart. Okay, so as soon as you leave the room, that bond is so strong. that bond is so strong. As soon as you leave the room, they can still feel your energy. They can still sense you. They can still sense your love. You know, so a very, very strong connection that I'm getting there, Virgo. But yeah, leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. You know, obviously I'm not meaning to, you know, rouse on you or anything like that, Virgo. It's not you guys. It's like I said, I've seen it on other videos, so it's not even anyone on my channel. So I'm definitely not rousing on you, Virgo. I do have quite a few Virgos in my, you know, life, so I do really appreciate your energy, Virgo. And one of my favorite YouTubers is a Virgo that I don't know if you've seen that Charlotte Dobre, and she does the petty reaction stuff. Oh, she's hilarious. I love her. I think I watch her probably every single day. So I do really appreciate me some Virgo humor. Gotta love it. Okay, but feel free to check your other placements as well, Virgo. But for now, we'll move over to Libra. Hi, Libra. How are we today? Just sorry about that. Just paused so I could have a drink. Okay, Libra. Libra and the person on your mind. What is the truth of this connection with Libra and the person on their mind, please? Luminosity. Okay, so this connection shines pretty brightly. We do find that, you know, you may light up each other's lives, that kind of vibe, but it really does, you know, bring a lot of light into the world, you having a connection with this person. But we do have a bit of an issue here. We do have the distorted masculine coming through. Okay, so the more masculine elements of this connection may need to be sort of balanced out. They may be sort of prone to fall into the non-evolved masculine energies. So there may be a little bit of chaos and fighting and war kind of elements coming through with the distorted masculine, because you know, the distorted masculine is the unevolved version of the divine masculine. Okay, so we do sort of see just the you know, a bit of growth needed. So whether that's you or the other person, it could definitely be both as well, just needing to sort of grow the more masculine elements within the connection, things like control and being able to you know, act in a more emotional manners towards each other, you know, like loving emotional manner, divine emotional manner, rather than you know, being stuck in logic and control and domination and chaos all the time. Okay, so then there's just a little bit of evolution and a little bit of growth needed within the connection, due to that distorted masculine card coming out. You know, just rebalancing. Okay, I did recently do a divine masculine reading. Okay, so you may want to go back and have a look at that one. There may be some helpful things for this connection in that divine masculine reading. That was a few, like, it should be in the All Signs playlist. It was the divine masculine Father's Day reading. So, you know, that was at the start of this month. So it should be relatively recent on the video list. Okay, so there may be something in there for you when it comes to this connection. But we'll have a look with the soul connection cards, Libra. Libra. What's the truth of this connection for Libra and the person on their mind, please? So even though there may be still some growth needed on the masculine side of things within this connection, we are seeing commitment and marriage. Okay, so we've definitely got some strong commitment coming through within this connection. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. I'm so all over myself today with the tongue trips. Sorry about that. A marriage of souls is a union of two divine counterparts blending together. Okay, so maybe just looking at how we can address, you know, any issues with the masculine energy, because, you know, we are definitely seeing a very, very strong committed bond here, between you and this person. And we do have that luminosity card. Okay, so the lightness outweighs the dark for sure. All right. Okay, Libra and the person on your mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? I'll have to refer my Libra friend. One of my closest friends is a Libra, and I can feel straight away that this is going to resonate pretty strongly with her. So I will have to let her know when I upload to watch this particular video. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, so we're starting on that growth. We're starting on that evolution. Okay, the connection is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and they're starting to understand, you know, the deeper aspects and the things that do need to grow and evolve together. Okay, we also do have, I wonder if you're happy without me. So it kind of does feel like, you know, as soon as you leave the room, this person all of a sudden is like, how can they go off without me? I want to be with them 24/7, and all of a sudden I wonder if they're okay without me over here. You know, like it's kind of that vibe of you know, one or both of you not being able to bear being apart for too long, and always being drawn back together again, and you know, wondering, what does this person even do with themselves when I'm not around? That kind of a vibe. It's and it does also bring to mind too that, you know, with that distorted masculine energy, whoever identifies as the more masculine element within the connection, they may actually, you know, have some concerns about how each of you would do without the other one in their lives, and feeling as though it's kind of like, I don't know if I could be happy without my Libra. It's kind of that sort of a vibe as well. I don't know if I could be successful at life without my Libra. Okay, and it's starting to, you know, especially too with that, I'm starting to understand our connection. I feel as though they're starting to understand that they need their Libra to bring the light into their life. You know, that all that's left is darkness without Libra, is the vibe I'm getting there, Libra. So very interesting, but more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to Scorpio. How are we today, Scorpio? I'm just looking at the person on your mind and the truth of this connection. What is the truth of this connection for Scorpio and the person on their mind? Pardon me. A very Scorpio-esque energy, straight up. Sexual freedom, okay? So really, you know, having that freedom to explore and having that freedom to express as well your sexual self, and vice versa. This person feels as though they can trust you with their, you know, their expression of sexuality and whatnot as well. So it does create a sense of you guys kind of letting go together, and really expressing yourselves in a sexual manner. You know, high sexuality between the two of you, I feel. But it kind of, you know, it helps free you from constraints externally as well. So, you know, it's kind of like when you're with this person on a you know, intimate level, that everything else fades away and you feel like you're, you know, free and flying. Okay, so it's a very lovely energy. We also do have the divine feminine. Okay, so definitely seeing some really strong aspects coming through with that divine feminine. You know, a very strong connection, a very emotional connection, and the feminine aspects of that connection very, very well aligned and balanced between the two of you as well. So definitely, you know, a divine connection there. The feminine seems to be quite strong within this connection, very nurturing and loving energy, you know, focusing on growth as well. Okay, but we'll have a look with the soul connection cards. Scorpio, person on Scorpio's mind. What is the truth of this connection for Scorpio? Trust. There you go. So that's probably, one of the underlying energies of that sexual freedom with each other is the ability to trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So I do feel as though there is quite a lot of trust there between you and this person already. We also have feelings. Okay, so take time out to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing. So yeah, once again, with that divine feminine coming out, exploring those more feminine aspects, the more emotional aspects of the connection, will help deepen this connection as well. But Scorpio and the person on their mind, what is the truth of this connection for Scorpio, please? Can't stop thinking about you. You're on this person's mind quite a lot, Scorpio. I hide behind material things. So they may be somebody who is inclined to, try to hide their feelings a little bit and sort of, they may sort of give off that vibe that they, they care about things that they don't actually care about as much as people might think they do. They tend to be, hide behind reality, I suppose. Definitely maybe somebody who does appreciate the finer things in life as well. I don't necessarily see that as a negative energy, to be honest, especially in the way that this society is set up where, consumerism is a constraint we are trained into from a very young age. So it's not necessarily a negative thing. It just maybe something that sort of makes you aware that this person is, they do sort of find solace in more material things, whether it be good food, a nice pair of shoes, whatever that is for your person. It probably does help give them a sense of peace, I feel, in this world as well. Okay, but feel free to check your other placements, of course. But we'll move on to Sagittarius. How are we, Sagittarius? Person on Sagittarius's mind, what is the truth of this connection, Sagittarius? Emotional freedom. Free to express your emotions, free to, be who you really are within this connection. That is a beautiful card. It's, you're free to love this person. You're free to share love with this person. It's beautiful. Look at that. I love these cards. Aren't they gorgeous? We also do have commitment. Okay, so definitely a strong connection there, grounded in emotion and commitment to each other. So, even when we're struggling, you are free to struggle with this connection as well. You're free to show those deeper, darker sort of sides of yourself to this person. They do have a level of commitment to you, even with you expressing the more negative things in yourself and your life. Having that emotional freedom and knowing that commitment is there for you either way. All right, but we'll have a look with the soul connections cards. The person on Sagittarius's mind, what is the truth of this connection? Intense. All right. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. What was I just saying about that emotional freedom? And you're free to express both sides of yourself, the highs and the lows. Definitely, intense. You're able to express that safely within this connection. And it does just sort of even prove to you even more that it is just a very intense connection. We do also have enlightenment. Okay, that does say with enlightenment there is no separation. We recognize we are one with the divine. Beautiful. So very divinely you know, guided connection, this one. But we'll have the hidden truth. The truth of this connection for Sagittarius and the person on their mind. I hid who I really am from you, Sagittarius. So I do feel as though there was, at some point within this connection, one or the other of you was trying to sort of hide those darker sides of yourself from somebody. But, you know, with that intensity, you know, and that emotional freedom, I feel as though that has now sort of been expressed, and we do know, or it will soon be expressed in one way or another. And we've sort of seen how someone reacted to seeing the darker side of ourselves, you know, the who we really are, and they are still committed to us anyway. Okay, so definitely a positive coming through from that. I will wait for a sign from you as well, Sagittarius. So it does feel as though this person is you know, just waiting on you to you know, bring around that commitment. You may be the one not as committed as the other in this connection. Very interesting. Just intuitively there, I'm just getting that, you know, they're kind of waiting on you to allow you to take the lead with where and what and when and how this connection moves along. But they do seem to be, you know, ready to commit, you know, themselves fully to this, and let you take the lead. And, you know, if you need to go slow, they're willing to do that. If you want to speed things up, they're on board as well. All right. Very interesting, Sagittarius. You're obviously more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on to Capricorn. How are we today, Capricorn? Just looking at the person on your mind. Okay, person on Capricorn's mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? Wow. Okay. So I actually had this come out in a personal reading for myself recently as well, um, and I am a Capricorn as well. So I'm really loving that, you know, the collective energy of Capricorn. We do seem to be pretty you know, on path at the moment. Okay. So kudos to you, Capricorn. We do have life purpose coming through, and then that's come out with love. Okay, so part of your life purpose in this lifetime is love, is to learn about love, is to experience this connection, the good and the bad. That's part of your life's purpose, to learn who you are, to you know, do the work involved with, you know, anything heart related, how you love, how you react to love, how you appreciate love in your life, around you, for you. Okay, and sort of following some sort of path toward more love for yourself, Capricorn. And that's what this is all about. This is part of your destiny, Capricorn, to have this connection. You know, whether it be for good or bad, it is part of your karma and your life purpose to have this connection in love, and to experience this type of love. You know, like I said, good or bad, it's all about the learning, and the purpose in life to you know, grow as a soul. Okay, so it's coming through quite strong. That is what that's talking about, Capricorn. Okay, I am getting very, very deep soul connection here. Okay, Capricorn, and the person on your mind. What is the truth of this connection for Capricorn and the person on their mind? Guilt, Capricorn. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. Okay, so this is part of that journey, that guilt. One or both of you may be carrying some guilt. It could be in regard to past connections. It could be in regard to something that has happened in this connection. Do not let guilt get in the way of your happiness. Okay. We also have moment, which does say think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. So really appreciating, those little moments that you've had with this person, even if you're not currently in contact with this person, reminiscing about, those special moments of love between the two of you. We also do have admire. Okay, so a lot of admiration for you, from you toward this person. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. So admiring those moments where you've seen this person for who they truly are, where you've seen this person's soul, admiring those elements of them that you maybe aren't like that yourself, and you admire that this person can do that, or is that, and vice versa. I feel that this is definitely going both ways, that you both admire each other strongly for various things. Very interesting. So you being a Capricorn, they probably really admire things like your tenacity and your perseverance, and your with the love and the life purpose there. I dare say your passion as well. The things that Capricorn are passionate about, do come out pretty strongly in Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn and the person on their mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? I want you. Okay, Capricorn. So there's definitely a lot of desire there. Definitely a lot of passion and desire there. I want you, or they want you, or you want them, or once again, vice versa. Okay. I feel you leaving me behind. Okay. So I do feel for some of you Capricorn, this may actually be a past energy rather than a current energy, or just someone who is, worried that you're going to, they admire you so much. They feel as though you may be leaving them behind in this lifetime, and that you're following your life purpose. But where are they? I'm getting that kind of a vibe where, they feel as though they're being, left behind. They may feel as though they're not quite worthy of our Capricorn. They may be feeling that they're not quite up to Capricorn standards, and they're worried that Capricorn is going to leave them in the dust. Okay, so just keep that in mind, Capricorn. Obviously, more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to our Aquarians. Okay, how are we today, Aquarius? Just looking at the person on your mind. Person on Aquarius's mind, please. What is the truth of this connection for Aquarius? Okay, so we do firstly have self-respect. Okay, so usually when I see the self-respect, it does talk about things like making sure we have our boundaries, and respect our own boundaries as well. So if you have a boundary, it's all about respecting yourself and respecting the other person enough to say no when you want to say no, and not being a yes man, so to speak. Not just going along with everything they want to do, because you do need to respect your own self, your own likes and dislikes. I used the example earlier. We did have this card come out for one of the other signs earlier. And I use the example of, when someone asks you what you want for dinner, and and you say, oh, whatever you want, honey, and they say, I think we should have spaghetti, and you in the back of your mind are going, spaghetti again? I'm not actually a big fan of spaghetti. I would actually rather pizza. But you don't speak up, and you go, okay, spaghetti. And then you end up eating spaghetti, and that does lead to longer term issues if we're doing that all the time. So it's just talking about, standing up for yourself, standing your ground, having a bit of self-respect in that sense of, being able to say no to somebody when you need to, having your own boundaries, and having, you know, having respect for the person that you are, because those things that you are that may be very different to that person. You know, like if you like a particular sport and they don't like that sport, and vice versa, they like a sport that you don't like, those differences, sometimes those are the things that attract each other to each other, those differences, you know, like the whole opposites attract kind of thing. So it's really all about having enough respect for yourself to not be hiding who you truly are. Okay, but that definitely could be vice versa as well. All right, but we do have resolving conflict as well coming through. So I do feel that, you know, obviously with that card, we do feel as though there is a sense of some sort of conflict, you know, within this connection, but also that this is definitely something that is able to be resolved. Okay, so resolving conflict. It may also talk about, you know, the way that you both deal with conflict resolution. You may need to come to some sort of compromise on the way that we deal with, you know, conflict between the two of you. Okay, but we'll have a look here. The person on Aquarius's mind, what is the truth of this connection, please? Yeah, so I'm feeling that this may be something to do with the conflict. We do have temptations. Okay, so think carefully about the situation. I'm feeling strongly that, you know, somebody within the connection may be easily drawn to temptation. This It does not necessarily mean the temptation to, you know, go and be with anyone else. It does not necessarily talk about that, although it can. You know, but you see here we've got the ice cream cone. So someone, you know, giving in to their temptation to have an ice cream, even though you have decided that, oh, we're on a diet, we're on a joint diet, we both want to, you know, diet and not eat ice cream for a month, and then that might be the conflict. Okay, why did you eat ice cream without me? Okay, so somebody may be easily tempted to do little things like that. They may you know, follow their own temptations sometimes instead of taking, you know, the relationship, the connection as a whole as their priority. Pardon me. We do also see union. Okay, so this is a lovely card for this connection. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. All right, so we usually do see a lot of growth within the connection, that union coming together, like sometimes unexpectedly, coming out of nowhere. So some of you may not have even met this person as of yet. So it's all sort of maybe upcoming. They may be coming out of nowhere. Okay, Aquarius and the person on their mind. Aquarius and the person on their mind. What is the truth of this connection, please? These ones work well together. I can't stop thinking about you, Aquarius. Okay, so you're definitely on their mind, and even to the point where they have to bury themselves in work to forget you. So they do try to keep themselves very distracted with other things because, you know, you are just constantly on their mind. Okay, so I'm getting that vibe of someone who's trying to do their work and they just cannot do their, you know, they keep getting distracted from their work because, you know, you're constantly on their mind. They can't stop thinking about you, and they're trying to, you know, distract themselves with every other thing to try to keep themselves focused on other things, but they just cannot break the thought of you from their mind. So very interesting, Aquarius. Let me know in the comments if that resonated for you. Obviously, you are more than welcome to check your other placements as always. But for now, we will move on over to Pisces. How are we, Pisces? Just looking today, Pisces, at the person on your mind. Person on the mind of Pisces. What is the truth of this connection, please? truth of this connection is connection. Okay, so if you have been wondering whether there is definitely a connection there, lo and behold, there definitely is a strong connection between you and this person. Okay, this particular card, it does show the two figures dancing, and this little, you may not be able to see it in this camera here, but this little ribbon looking thing, it is actually music notes, and music notes and love hearts all swirling up around these two dancing figures. So I do feel as though some of you, this connection, there's a connection to music here as well. So I'm just getting very strongly that that's important. The musical connection is important between you and this person. So there may be certain songs that remind you of this person, or let you know that this person is thinking about you, or certain songs or certain music that connects you strongly to this person. Somehow music is important, okay? But we also do have resolving conflict. So the odd thing is, I'm actually getting that this is to do with something other than the connection, learning how to, do conflict resolution individually, so that when you do come together in connection with this person, I'm sort of intuitively feeling for a lot of you Pisces, you may not currently be in connection with this person, but it's about learning how to resolve conflicts in your own individual life, so that when you come together with this person, that that's not going to be an issue, that you and this person are going to be able to compromise and resolve any conflict that arises quite easily, because you've already learned how to resolve conflicts separately. I am just getting a very independent conflict resolution vibe coming through from that. So something about, it may just be that, you're both needing to learn how to resolve conflicts elsewhere in your life, so that you can then use that experience within your connection. So I'm just getting that it is about you and this person learning how to resolve conflict in better ways, but not necessarily, by having conflict with each other. It's more about conflicts external to the connection, and learning how to deal with those. Okay. All right. Pisces and the person on their mind. What is the truth of this connection for Pisces? Feelings, Pisces. So that says, take time out to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. So, it is perfectly fine to have some deep emotions for this person. It's asking you to actually feel them. Okay, don't ignore the feelings that you're having for this person. They're important. Because union, okay, this does say the union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. Okay, so I do get, like I said initially there, that you may not currently be in a connection with this person, but it may come out of nowhere when you least expect it, that you come into union with this person. So for some of you, you may not even know who this person is as of yet, but when you do meet them, it's going to be sort of unexpectedly, and these feelings are going to come out of nowhere, and they're going to be quite deep. Okay, so that union definitely there in the potential. I feel as though that's future union. Okay, so it is coming through as not quite in union as of yet. So whether you're not in contact with that person or you haven't met them as of yet, there's definitely a strong union to be had, though, as it does say divine soul counterparts. Bit of a clue for us there, Pisces. Two divine soul counterparts. All right, Pisces and the person on their mind. What is the truth of this connection for Pisces and the person on their mind, please? Okay, so just backing up what I was just talking about with you, maybe possibly not being in current union with this person, we will be together again. Okay, so again leads us to believe that this is somebody you may have had something to do with in the past, but again. There's something, again, we're coming into that union again. All right. So we will be together again. So it does lead us to believe that this may be a past person coming back around for some of you as well. You were the best thing in my life. So yeah, once again, just confirming for a lot of you there that, this is a past person or somebody that, you aren't currently in union with, coming into union with this person in the future. Beautiful. There you go, Pisces. That's what we have for you. Please leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. As I've been mentioning in the videos, I will be pretty busy in the next few weeks, so there may be some delays on the channel, and I will actually only be doing the 2 all signs readings over the weekends. But I will still hopefully have all my other videos up. There just may be some delays in the upload times, okay? But other than that, thank you so much for your time, Pisces, and I hope to see you again soon.